Okay, our next question comes from Don Hogan. Don, please go ahead.
From where?
Hi, I'm from Colorado Springs, Ron, and I just got a purchase and sale agreement on a house. I'm looking for a tenant buyer now. He owes $105,000 with an $800 payment, and he wanted $5,000 down and $200 over his payment a month. And he negotiated me down to 60 days, to close on it. So that's where I'm at on that.
Are you lease optioning it from him?
No, I mean to find a tenant buyer the 60 days. But no, I'm.
Then you are lease optioning it from him. Your intent is to find a tenant buyer to put in it before you actually effect your lease purchase. Is that correct?
No, I have a purchase and sale agreement with him.
Oh, all right. So you have a purchase and sale agreement. What's the terms of that purchase and sale agreement?
$5,000 down, $200. Yes, over his payment a month, and for 3 years.
All right. And what's the ARV?
The ARV is right at a little over $200.
And what are you paying?
I'm paying $196.5.
All right. Well, then you don't want to stay in that deal for 2 years. Okay. One more time. What is your payment to him going to be?
About $1,000.
Well, $1,000 is good. So if that's all you're paying, that house is going to rent for what? $1,500 at least.
Exactly.
All right. So you got a nice positive cash flow in it. You just don't have any upside equity in it.
Right. Well, I'm going to ask. Todd suggested I ask $219,900.
Yeah, I would agree with that on a lease purchase. On a lease purchase,
right.
You're going to get at least $20,000 down. We hope. So you got what you're saying now is you got 60 days to put that tenant buyer in there before your contract expires.
Correct.
Okay. At which time you intend to close the purchase and install the lease option tenant buyer at the same time.
Right. I didn't word that correctly, but you got it. Yeah.
Okay. On the other hand, with $5,000 down, you may want to go ahead and close on it too if you feel good about it. I just wish there was more equity in it. That's all.
Right. I see what you're saying. Okay.
So is the house vacant?
Yes, it's vacant now.
Is it in good condition?
It could probably use, paint and carpet, but and it's got a new roof and new vinyl windows. It's minimally. If it needs anything, it's like I said, just a little.
Yeah, well, you're paying top retail price for it, though. It shouldn't even need a little.
Okay. All right. Well, but with the cash flow and the possible.
Well, you got nothing to lose here, but you got to find a tenant buyer to go in that house, knowing that it needs paint and carpet, knowing you're not doing it.
Right. We considered, advertising it as a handyman special.
Well, I wouldn't do that. I would just put needs a little TLC.
Okay.
Handyman special.
Needs
I
more
conjure
than
up
that.
a nasty house.
Right. Okay.
So advertise it that way, and then deal with it. If you can't find that tenant buyer in the next month or two, then you can deal with it at the end, because you can always go back and renegotiate with him.
Right. Okay.
Let's suppose he was willing to drop the price $20,000. You'd probably go ahead and close on it, wouldn't you, with $5,000 down?
Right. Yeah. Okay. I hadn't thought of that.
You got it under contract. That's the first step.
Okay. I had probably a silly question, but I put a sign out, a homemade sign where I had the number for the IVR on there. Mm-hmm. Is that right, or do I need to put a Pat Live number on it?
No. Pat Live does not take calls from buyers, only from sellers.
Okay.
So there you go. You did it right.
Okay. Well, I called Pat Live and had them like add a link to if they're they're going to say, do you have a house for sale? If they say no, I want to buy one, they go to another link. Is that okay?
Pat Live has nothing to do with selling houses. Nothing.
Okay. Well, on the IVR it says press 0 if you. What am I supposed to do with that?
Have them contact you. In the 1 out of 100 they're going to press 0. Put your cell phone number in there. Who cares? You're not going to get.
Okay. Well, I was getting some calls, so I had them change that to the Pat Live.
Well, what's wrong with getting some calls? If they're interested,
someone has left the conference.
Okay.
If they're interested enough to press 0, they probably call you
go ahead and take that call.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, got you there. And that's all the questions I have.
All right.
And you've given me some things to think about and options on it.
Well, go get that puppy sold, man.
Yes, sir.
Those checks come in handy.
That's my first deal with Todd.
Well, I'm glad you got Todd. He'll work you through it. You just got to get some prospects.
All right. I appreciate it.